As you've instructed, I've secured the crane's load cable to this gizmo that will release it on demand. Just grab the pressure sensor on the handle, arm the button on the right, then push the button when you're ready. Since you paid me so handsome-like, I feel behooved to warn you about where you're headed. My contacts tell me you've got one of them fancy PT double Ds, personal time dilation devices. Well, as you may have noticed, your time device is non-functional. Rumor along with the law. If you do, I have been paid after all.
Hey, this is Grease Scoutsman, and I'm a lore hunter. I came to this place looking for answers about the true nature of Melon Belly. And if you found this echo I've fashioned out of the void, it looks like you're following in my footsteps. I can't recall what's real and what's a dream anymore. Even when is hazy. Sometimes I feel like I don't even belong in my own skin. Look, if you're a lore hunter and you've come this far, then you should be aware of what's ahead. This isn't like the cakewalk that was MythOS. The enemies here are different. Unless you're armed to the teeth, you might look for ways to sneak around enemies quietly, rather than taking them head on. That said, I'll use the remaining energy in this void echo to weaken a few enemies up ahead, to give you a better shot at getting through alive. It might also be useful to know that you can stow the void echo and carry it with you, in case I get talkative. But once the transmission ends, there's no need to waste inventory space holding on to the echo. Good luck, Floor Hunter. See you up ahead. Floor Hunter, just triggered lockdown and need to get out of there as fast as possible. Look, I can't do this often because of the immense energy requirements, but I've created a void fissure on the wall. It changes the nature of a small pocket of your reality. It needs a catalyst, though, so just... and then get moving. Stay low and quiet, Lore Hunter. This area is crawling with what appear to be security bots. But judging by the corpse count, they aren't part of the null body's vault defenses, and they weren't activated in response to the lockdown you triggered. Stow this echo so we can walk and talk. Use the camera station here to give you an overview of what you're facing. The buttons on each console will drop the corresponding barriers in this room, and the dials will allow you to cycle between cameras. The bots patrolling this area are heavily armored and impervious to traditional gunfire, so don't bother wasting your ammo. You'll need to be sneaky. If you're spotted, turn and run, because these things will hunt you down. If pursued, you'll need to break line of sight and keep clear of what they deem to be your last known position, as they'll investigate the area that Phelan's tracking. You've reached the greenhouse where the Nulls grow a portion of their melon supply intended for void light infusion, but we've all just been slaughtered. Alright, the objective is to drop the barriers leading to the armory and restore power to the transit system. Each barrier is sustained by power that's recontrolled, which will have to restore by finding power cells and socketing them into consoles found in each group. Keep in mind that each cell is unique and can only be slotted into its appropriate receptor. You can talk with the control room the choice is yours, Lore Hunter. Look, Nulls that reach this place are at least somewhat sentient. This building is a bit of a haven from Monogon's oppressive clutches, and the Nulls here are operating under their own agency as far as I can tell. You infiltrating the vault and taking a flight with their Melon army put you on the enemy list. Which reminds me, what the hell happened to you? I lost track of you shortly after you entered the vault. Unfortunately, these echoes only work one way. Maybe you'll tell me someday.
I think I'm dying.
Nice work. Each force field you drop will unblock your path to the armory. The armory isn't part of the Null's reformatting of this building towards melon production. Instead, it looks like they just left it intact when they took over the place. It is stocked with conventional weapons, though, which you will certainly need to use to your advantage, as the options for stealth will drop to zero as soon as we get power restored and get you off this level. Nulls have ID cards that operate the force field barriers when it's in normal use, but the Nulls appear to have been locked out of their own system. Oh man, I have an idea. Just not a pleasant one. I'll start scanning the areas ahead for corpses of fallen Nulls that were carrying IDs. I might be able to reconfigure a few of the ID cards so that they work again for single use. Your biggest problem is that the Nulls probably consider you part of the same threat as whatever is attacking their Melon operation. Don't expect any warm welcomes. Do what you need to do to defend yourself, Lore Hunter. Be safe. I've been tracing the energy source that's powering these force fields blocking your way. They share the same energy signature of these security bubbles. What's odd is that the barriers are part of this facility, but the Nulls just don't have control over them anymore. I haven't pinpointed the source yet, but what I can say is that the fields have been reconfigured to keep null body reinforcements out of the greenhouse and pinned down elsewhere. I'll keep digging. Whatever you do, Lore Hunter, don't move. Okay, bad news, good news. This abandoned elevator shaft has been repurposed for a propulsion and ascent device, or PAD for short. The Nulls developed these because, well, stairs. The bad news is, you're triggering lockdown to cut power to the transit system. The good news is, I can get things going again on my end, but it's going to take a lot of power. Stand by. And definitely reload your sidearm. You'll need it soon. When the light turns green, that means charging is complete, so you can slide the lever to full, and then push the button to launch. But you might want to stick around a little longer to know what you're getting into. It looks like the chain of pads that are supposed to provide enough lift to get you to the top are non-functional. Looking at the damage, it may be the handiwork of your security bot friends here. The good news is that I can overload the pad you're standing on to give one big burst so you can outrun the bot. Bad news is, it's going to disable this protective barrier and the auto-locking sensor that closes the hatch at the other end. So if you fail to close it, you're going to plummet right back down to certain death. I've exposed the electronics of 3 fail-safe devices at the other end that should manually keep. Good luck, 400.